Hello, welcome. My name is Laurel Fisher and I'm the Grants Manager for the Metro Arts Commission. This webinar is going to go over a handful of changes that have been made to our grants program for this year. So without further ado, let's get started with the presentation. We will be going over in this session a couple of changes that have been made to our program for this next grant cycle. For new organizations who have never applied for Metro Arts funding, we are glad you have joined us. Please plan to attend one of the new applicant training sessions scheduled for January 11th or 14th, 2016. These sessions will be a comprehensive training on the Metro Arts Grants program. To learn more about these sessions, visit the grants section of our website at artsnashville.org. The changes we have made for this year are the beginning of what will eventually be a restructured community investment framework that fully aligns with our new strategic plan. Again, on our website, you can find more information about this transition in our grants section, and the new Metro Arts strategic plan can be found in the section titled About Us. For those unfamiliar with Metro Arts, we are the Arts and Culture Department of Metro Government. Approximately 75% of our annual operating budget is distributed to agencies through our grants program annually. Our funding comes from the city's general fund, and we also receive operating support from our state arts agency, the Tennessee Arts Commission. Metro Arts will distribute grants in the following categories in FY17: after-school arts projects, arts access programs, creation support, and basic operating support. As I mentioned, Metro Arts adopted a new strategic plan in 2015. Our mission is to drive a vibrant and equitable community through the arts. The outcomes we wish to see are a stronger creative workforce, deeper creative participation, and dynamic creative neighborhoods. You will find an emphasis on these outcomes throughout the guidelines, the FY17 grant application, and the scoring rubric. In addition to ADA information, we have included additional accessibility information. This information, found on page 3 of the guidelines, includes parking information, MTA bus routes, and wheelchair accessibility information. Metro Arts can secure translation services on a case-by-case basis. The sentence on the interpretation services is translated here in Spanish, Arabic, and Mandarin. As part of our long-term transition towards a revised community investment framework, the Metro Arts Commission voted to implement a ranking continuance in the basic operating support grant category. This means that organizations who received basic operating support in the current fiscal year, FY16, will be eligible to receive funding in this category again for FY17. Metro Arts will not be taking any applications from new applicants in this category. This change is for fiscal year 17 only. The scores and ranking that an organization received in FY16 will be used to determine award amounts in FY17. While these grantees will not have to complete a full grant application or participate in a panel review, they will have to go through a re-verification process that includes an abbreviated application along with annual givingmatters.com updates. On page 9, this re-verification process is described further. Metro Arts reserves the right to request that the organization submit a full application instead of an abbreviated version if the grantee is currently or has recently gone through dramatic financial, programmatic, or management changes. The creation support category has historically utilized a 24-month period for grantees to exhibit and/or perform completed new works. but in order to align all grant program changes in FY18, this period has been shortened to 11 months for FY17 only. This means that the creation or the new work must be completed during this timeframe. The grant closeout report does not necessarily have to include performance and/or exhibit attendance numbers and other closeout data unless that portion of the project has taken place during the grant period. Some Metro Arts grantees are on a January to December fiscal year schedule. These organizations, especially those with a large operating budget, are sometimes unable to provide audited financial documents by the March 30 deadline. We have removed the requirement to submit alternate financial documents that were unaudited. Instead, organizations will submit final board-approved financial statements as soon as they are completed. FY17 contracts will not be issued until the final financials have been reviewed and are posted to givingmatters.com. A section with important dates is included in the guidelines on page 6. New applicants in the after-school, arts access, and creation categories are required to attend one of the 2 new applicant grant workshops on January 11 or 14 of 2016. Both workshops will take place at our office at 800 2nd Avenue South. GivingMatters.com profile deadlines are listed here as well. As in previous grant cycles, we will again be offering draft reviews. Applications that are saved within the GO system, our online grants management system, will be reviewed and feedback provided prior to the submission deadline. This process is completely optional. Panel review sessions will take place the week of May 16th, 2016. These 3 days will cover the 3 project grant categories. Basic operating support grantees will not need to attend a grant panel review in FY17. Grant awards will be determined by available funds, and Metro Arts will continue to advocate for additional grant dollars to support this program. Grant awards are not finalized until the June 2016 Metro Arts Commission meeting. The Commission will vote on the full slate of allocations at that meeting for the FY17 grant period. That concludes our summary of FY17 changes. You will find when reviewing the guidelines in detail that many policies and procedures have remained unchanged. Thank you for watching our webinar. And as always, Metro Arts has an open door policy, so if you have questions beyond what we were able to cover in today's webinar, please don't hesitate to email, call, or schedule an in-person meeting. We are here to help.